Yes, 2020 started off on a good note, but obviously, as you already know, as the year went on, we faced so many difficulties, of course, with the pandemic. But right now, 2021 starts on a good note. I want to believe, and we're going to be talking about the top topics, the top stories, the top events that have shaped 2021 so far. And we are talking about, of course, the local music industry, the entertainment industry in general. My name is Josh Ruby, of course, and this is Mwesigwa. With me is Solomon and Orente. They're going to be introducing themselves, but this is the podium. The podium has returned after almost, I think, over a year. But we are back. We're going to be, this is a show where we talk about entertainment, local entertainment. We are talking about music, we are talking about films, we are talking about comedy, we are talking about pretty much everything that entails the local entertainment. So there's a lot that has already happened. We are in March, third month of the year. So we're going to be talking about some of those things, some of the things you already know if you've been reading Mbu.UG. So stick with us. What you can do, what you have to do actually is click on the like button if you're on Facebook, if you're following our page, Mbu.UG. If you're on YouTube, just press subscribe. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The name is Mbu, MBU. So, Sandra, how are you?
I'm all right. Happy New Year, by the way. So, Happy New Year to you too.
Happy New Year to everyone. How are you?
I'm all right.
Welcome to the show. The
Thank
podium
you so
returns
much,
after
and I'm glad.
Over a year.
Yeah, it's been like what, 14 months?
Where have we been?
Just clearly, some of us have been gaining weight.
Not me, of course.
So, but anyway, yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's Orente, and we're back with the podium. We're going to be giving you all the juicy gossip. There's been very many topics that, we really had to hinder, and we've been looking at them and wondering, when are we having this? So, but yeah, thank you so much for joining.
And of course, the big man.
Good evening, our viewers. Welcome to the podium after a period of a year without your favorite show. But we are back to serve you bigger, better, and more. Yeah.
You guys are welcome to the show.
Thank
and of
you.
course, the people watching, I already see people joining the live stream. Thank you very much. The show is called The Podium. It has been happening for 2 years now, I think. I want to believe. Over 2 years. And we talk about local entertainment. So if you're watching, just click on the like, just click on the subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and follow with us. So we're going to be talking about a couple of topics, but I want to start with the one story that started the year for us, the one we anticipated anyway, one we expected, the Bebe Cool list. Now, obviously, Bebe Cool, it has become a norm. Each year, as the other one ends, this one begins, he releases a list of musicians that have topped there for him in his own perspective. Of course, on last year's list, he mentioned a couple of artists, Azawi, he mentioned Fefe Busi, he mentioned Palazzo, he mentioned Kenzo, who else? Easy, not Mr. Easy.
Hey.
Easy of Tumbiza Sound.
We had
Mudra. And
Mudra,
Christopher, and so many other artists. Now, of course, that was in January. We're in March now. So many months, so many days have passed by. But I never really got a new perspective on this. What did you make of the Bebe Cool list?
The one this year specifically, or
yeah, of course, this year. No, this year. The one that ended 2020.
I think this year mainly entailed of artists that really broke out. I don't want to say in 2020, but at least towards the end of 2019 and 2020. It was mainly those artists, and then those that have been there. There was no in between, because we had the likes of Kenzo, Palazzo, and then we had the likes of Mudra, Easy, Christo Pandas, the Azawis. There was no in between of those that were there, that have been there, but like it was just this
Basically,
or that.
you're saying there's no Bobby Wine.
What did Bobby Wine give us last year? Musically, not politically, before you all start bashing me. Musically. Most of his songs were political, yes?
It's okay.
No,
It's
I want
fine.
to understand. Why are you giving me that eye? No, but most of his songs were political, yes?
Yeah.
Yes, so, and it's Bebe Cool. There is no way he's going to put Bobby Wine on that list. I mean, that will be an end to his bread. His bakery will just close.
So in a nutshell, for you, Sandra, did you find whoever's on the list? Are there names you could put off? Are there names that missed?
The names that missed anyway, but they were list. They made it to last year's list, so the other year's list. So I really wouldn't complain much, and no, I really wouldn't remove any names. Okay, I don't know whether some of them were one-hit wonders, but we're waiting to see.
Like
No,
Wheezy?
like no one. Who? Easy?
Easy, yeah?
Why did you say Mr. Easy?
Modra?
Now he's Wheezy. No, Mojo has a new song and I actually like it already. So, but like no one.
You're comfortable with the list?
Yes, I'm giving Easy another chance. I was about to call him Mr. Easy. I'm giving Easy another chance because his new song, not yet.
Yeah.
His latest.
Solomon, give me...
First and foremost,
Yeah?
Bebe Cool's Magod himself on that list.
Are you really saying that?
Yeah. No big artist apart from Palazzo, but the
And
rest of...
Kenzo.
Kenzo? Okay, which song of Kenzo do you remember from La La?
Tweyagale. It's called Tweyagale Tubale.
Okay.
Tweyagale
And
and
Tweyagale was a big song.
Exactly, that song took us through
Okay.
April and May and June and July.
Yeah, you are true. But apparently, I'm saying now, between Bebe Cool, Bobby Wine, Chameleon, none of those deserve to be on that list, basically. Yeah.
Chameleon too. When did Chameleon give us the
Chigwale.
Anjavala song?
Jawal.
I think that was last year. It was last year. But when you look at that list, the people who were to command that list was Palazzo. Okay, Palazzo. I think we can all agree that Palazzo's song, Malamu, yeah. It was a big song, and then I think it can compete for the song of the year. Then you come to the likes of Azawi, come to the likes of Crystal Panda. New talents dominated
Dominated the list.
Dominated the list.
No, I thought he was going to say Crystal Panda also had so much that he gave us.
No,
I
he never had so much. The likes of Zex Vidanji.
Most of them actually didn't have many songs.
Yeah.
Because that's one song.
Yeah,
Yes,
they had
usually
only
it was one or two songs. And in general, 2020 was a dead year, honestly, musically. There wasn't much. If you
there
compare
wasn't
with the years that,
it was-
let me say like 2019.
It was so political. It was
Yeah.
so political, mad with so many political stuff. Yeah.
So anyway, whoever is watching, you know what to do. If you're watching on YouTube, just press the subscribe button. I see so many guys already joined. Patience, Tendo, Tisha, Latif, Byron, George Mokalazi. All you guys are on the show. But what I'm saying is, this is a show that talks about local entertainment. So we are back after over a year. It's called the Podium. Now I want to go to the next. But before we even leave the list, this year so far, we are 3 months in. Who would be I won't put it at top 20 or top. I would ask you, who are your top 5 artists so far? And if possible, you give me the songs. I'll start with you, Solomon.
So far,
Yeah.
I'll go with Zex Vidanji. His song Nalinda is doing quite well.
That's from last year.
Okay, it's from last year, but it's still trending. It's still trending. It's doing quite well. Also, although it's not gonna the massive wave like like the other hit got, like Ratata got, but it's doing quite well. Then the next artist I see is Palazzo. Palazzo is still trending. When you look at his song Money, and then very good song. We come to Easy. Easy is still doing fairly.
That song.
That song.
What is it?
Yeah. Mudra. The new song it's lacking some hype again, but it's a good song. White Bender.
Radio Man.
It's a good song,
But nothing else.
but nothing. The remix of Grenade. That song's called
Chameleon.
Grenade. Then there's that remix of again Moshima Vocal.
Oh yes.
Then there
Actually,
is
that's a big
John
song.
Black, David Rutalo, Tokutula.
Talk to
A good song.
So Bita and Decay. Who shot the video? Is that the song that has Retro on it?
Yeah, that's Rachel Ray, Easy.
if you have epilepsy, that's not a video for you.
If you
Basulamwe Chinzali. Jesus. The
I was
leaves
say-
on
what's
no
wrong
longer
with-
green. They had a little blue tint. Oh God, I hate the video. The song is amazing. Don't get me wrong. The song itself is amazing.
Oh, that
The
is so
video
sabula.
is Every
Really?
single time the video comes on, I just move on so that I listen,
Okay.
but then not watch.
Do you agree with Solomon's, the artist he's mentioned?
I agree.
Would you add anyone else?
I agree with Palazzo. Yes, I'd add Chameleons, Chigwalero. Oh,
It's
God.
this-
That song
oh,
is
yeah.
it's this year. That song is a whole vibe.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
That and Palazzo, yes, and yo, we've mentioned Zex. That's from last year. Hey, you are giving him hints. Give me hints too.
My hints, the artists I would add on have not yet released, but I have so much anticipation.
From
Azawi.
But
What's
the
wrong?
Azawi,
Each time I talk about...
Azawi, Josh loves you so much.
Wait, I had one critic said, Azawi that has a habit like that of big eyes. You compose one big song and then you start chopping it and then you give.
Keep on going.
And also-
Azawi Mukuba wabwere, by
Actually,
the-
Mukuba, Sina Mukuba, I just said you love her so much.
Before even we wrap that list, list, one thing that I forgot to hint about, I was disappointed in him because it promised us that the 2020 list will come with each artist who will appear on that list will get 5 million.
Yes.
Up to date, no one has received 5 million from Bebe Cool. What's going on?
But even
Yeah,
Bebe Cool himself...
Because Bebe Cool is the person to believe. Yeah, raw. Anyway, before we close, we talked about Mudra's new song. It's a nice
Onkosa.
song, yes, but it sounds exactly like
Like the
the
other
other
one.
one. Yeah, it has the same flow.
I've never...
They didn't run that list, and
Daddy Andre, yeah. I have no problem
And the rare video.
with the song. We actually missed talking about Nina Rose and Daddy Andre, but I think we'll talk about them. But I have no problem with the song, and I'm not exactly sounding like in this case, Mudra's Onkosa, and what was the other song? Muyayu. You say they sound pretty much the same. I want to agree. They're not really identical. Like it's not like the flow is almost the same. But I want to take it as identity. Mudra has been singing for quite a while, by the way. He didn't come last year.
Really?
Yeah, he's been writing and singing, writing for other artists. He's been in the music industry. Karokasita, Cindy, and the likes. So he only started singing actively last year. Yeah? So I want to believe that he's just creating an identity for his music.
Well,
Whether or not it will cost him, I feel like we can give him a chance, because when I listen to Onkosa, I want to listen to it.
Yes, it's a fun
I
song
can
to
dance
listen to. Yes, let him try to create his identity and whatnot. But if it goes on for, remember they told Chameleon back in the year of you can just play one Chameleon beat and sing all his
the other
songs.
songs.
That's the same thing they'll be telling Mudra.
One point that I will differ from you is, I don't think that's Mudra's identity. One, that stuff is all Jamaican. When we go back to Karokasita's song, Balance, you'll get
still
a line
you
of
Onkosa
what?
and
Of Wycliffe. No, that Balance song is full of copy and paste.
Songs are sampled.
Yes,
Solomon,
sampled.
there's
Fine.
nothing wrong with that.
Fine, they are sampled.
Xeroxy.
Now,
Guys, if you're watching, thank you very much. Short time to say, Oro. Were you having issues with UCC? No. Twade tufuna vaccine. Kasita twajifunye, we are here now. We are here to give you a great show. Ismail Chionga watching from China.
it's more against the
But I want to go into the next topic or story that has pretty much ruled. We're not going in order, by the way, so you'll forgive us to starting from one end and on to the other. But I want to talk about the shifts in the entertainment industry, and I'm talking about the radio media generally, radio, TV. So many people flying from one end to another. I'm talking about Ramiti. I'm talking about Rudende. Yeah, and it was that week after elections, I think. It was after election.
It was in February.
There's also this
So-
week recently.
Yeah, we are talking about Rudende, we are talking about Bush Baby, we are talking about Linda Den, yes, we are talking about
Marcus.
Malaika, we are talking about
Zebra.
in your own opinion, Sandra first, in your own opinion, what led to that? Is it, and do you think the people moved because they saw Linda Den moving to to KFM from Radio City? We saw Marcus moving to XFM from is it
Next radio.
from next radio from
Wait. What?
to next radio from XFM.
Marcus.
No, Rudende.
Hey, sorry, I was a little bit confused. I was going to be like, but yes.
And then Marcus has moved on from next radio.
Next
I mean,
radio
so many shifts. What do you make of that, please?
I think besides those that moved for political reasons, the likes of Mosh, who else moved for political reasons?
Who else moved for politics?
I think it was Mosh.
Ramiti?
Ramiti failed. Why would he move? No, wait, he actually quit before, right?
Yeah,
He
because you
resigned
can't-
before.
Yeah, I think for most media, for media stations, before you go into politics, you have to.
So what is
Pause
he
or
doing now
quit.
before I give my... What
He's
is he-
in media. He's at Urban TV. He's more
Oh.
like a leader there, more like
Oh,
the head of.
congratulations. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think besides those that moved for political reasons, the rest is what? Should I say discontent? I don't know. But there's that week where, like, it was a day or two, we noticed Marcus Kwikiriza, we noticed Rudende, then Linda Den, then we noticed Bush Baby had
And
left.
just recently,
And
who left from Urban TV to NBS? That's MC Kasmil. He also left. Actually, for him, it was discontent. He said it.
most
He
people,
felt-
it is
Yeah,
discontent.
They
Okay.
feel like you get too comfortable and you want to move on. But are they
And you want
making
to
the
go.
right moves? Or
Yeah,
is it
if-
about the money anyway?
I think if probably another station calls you up and offers you more money, I mean, there's loyalty, but if loyalty isn't pushing you to grow, then you step into and challenge
Are you saying
yourself.
you would leave Mbu
For what?
for BBC?
For what? For BBC.
Eh,
What does Mbu have to
say
do
it.
with BBC?
Say it.
For the British Broadcasting Channel. Yes, whether I would leave Mbu for the British Broadcasting Channel, Josh.
Edgar Baron is on and so many other guys. Please, if you're watching on YouTube, just press the subscribe button. We are still going on talking about the major events of the entertainment industry, local industry that have shaped the events that have shaped the local industry. Now I want to talk about. You didn't give me your thought actually on the shifts in the
On the shifts,
media personnel.
For Rudende, it's because Eric Aushenga yali atambulamu. He tendered in his resignation. So I think by the end of April. So now that space is still vacant. They are saying there are still
Where was Rudende?
speculations.
XFM.
Yeah, XFM. There are still speculations who to replace him. But yeah, so but I think these other guys, MC Bra,
It was political.
It wasn't.
No, I
political.
mean
It was
Mosh,
the-
I think about Mosh.
MC Bright was the Lydia Jasmine Fikfameka saga. Since that time, he had never returned to
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
So all that time, during
Yeah.
he was off air. So then the Linda Den, I think it's money, and then
Why is that so easy?
no, it was money, and then maybe because NTV is in the family of KFM, so it was easy for
was
her
easy
to
for
switch.
them to- yeah.
Yeah. So then for those who loved, who used to love that guy who used to sit in for the KFM for that show that Linda Den does, I think they missed the voice, they missed his stuff. By the way, he had served on radio for over 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he had joined that station around when he was around something years, and then he left after 15 years.
Now
Good.
Solomon, Sigaza Mike, because this one is for you. I am talking about Rasa and Dan and Avatanzi. First of all, Soko to a story. Let me also tell story because Solomon gave us almost everything to do with that story. Actually, if you're watching the show for the first time, the website is mbu.ug. So in case you miss the gist of what you're talking about, you can always go to the website and read everything in detail. We have stories about every local celebrity. So Solomon, then another times, BBS presenter, Mwesigwa Mumwa, but what happened?
Then another time's story started as a rumor.
Yeah.
So by the first attack event, the first people who published allegations, she trashed them, she attacked them, but at the end of the day, it ended in tears. Well, yeah. Kati, the story of Diana Nabatanzi started like rumors that Nezigamba Diana Nabatanzi was dating who? Rwasa. He denied the allegations, blah blah blah.
As always.
But
Yeah.
were they true?
According to the findings out and how it ended.
And now it ended.
And how it ended. The two we are dating for 5 years. For 5 years. So Katiao, maybe they failed to understand, to agree to each other. So maybe there was a Rwasa yali ayagala kumaliza chintu ate ng'ono agamba no. Nga yalaba ndowooza.
But why is Rasa everywhere?
Money beats Gonzaga.
Yeah, but it should beat Gonzaga somewhere specific. You can't beat everywhere.
You can't beat everywhere.
You can't fumita everywhere.
Rasa, by the way, Rasa is a man. Mpaka nakatatude. Actually,
by the time he said, if Angel also starts acting funny, I will leave. I don't know why I can't stay in a marriage if someone is already saying that nonsense on the first day of if she starts behaving funny, I'll also
actually,
just
now
leave
you
her.
have to behave.
Behave too also. Keep.
But yeah, Rasa, so I think now it has somehow lowered. But you are before actually you came on set, you were talking about Diana.
Yeah.
How is she, like, health-wise? Because we had stories of Bamuloga, Tayogida. How is she now?
Yeah, stories we are making rounds that whenever I could reach Masengere,
BBS, that's where she works.
Yeah, BBS, anti no building called Masengere. So she could, like, to gamble to someone, jokes yaku set. Then to start talking, the voice doesn't come out.
It disappears.
You try to talk, nothing
you guys
comes
meant
out.
that in the literal
But when you are outside there, you can make your loudest noise. You can make loud noise on top.
Black magic.
So kakati awo niwaita wakasera katono nyine bagamba. Tugenda laba Rwasa. He has added to Nweya to Nakasongola to introduce Angel, to be introduced by Angel. So while still at the same function at the girls' home, Rasa spills the oil, everything that was transpiring between him and then Diana. On the function. The function behind the camera, behind the event.
I think the stories were written and people will get to them.
Yeah.
We can't be here talking about everything. But I want to understand, was it showbiz or is it real, in your own understanding?
In my own believing, I think...
Because it's not the first time Russ has dated a celebrity and they have split on bad terms, on such similar terms. Yeah. We're talking about Desire, Zinda, we are talking about, I think, 2 other celebrities.
I don't believe that was a celebrity stunt. I believe Russ really wanted Diana because if he had invested in her, a boutique, the Times collection, bought for her a car more than 50 million. Then we are dating for 5 years. So then
Someone wants to buy it.
I think Rasa wanted the child with Nabatanzi, but Nabatanzi wasn't willing to.
Willing already.
I want to willing already, whichever she wasn't.
That's different. There is willing
because Nabatanzi now is ready. Because I don't know whether she has a kid or not, but I think at her age and her size, she's ripe.
And her size.
Orente, I'll take it from the female perspective. You have a man you've been dating 5 years. He has done almost everything for you, financially, probably in all other ways as well. He has provided for you. Now he comes.
Have you seen the glow up though?
That's what I'm talking about. So now he comes to you. He all he needs is a child.
What if she has the reasons? Probably she's barren, but she doesn't want to say. There is that, or she's still focusing on her career and does not want to get into the family mix yet.
Why do, I'm not stereotyping, but why do most females always get to that point? Like, someone has invested so much in you, and you, when it gets to the point of, I want a kid now, I want to start a family,
You start pulling
they
out.
start pulling out. Yeah. Yet they have been so involved. Or the other, do women fear giving birth? Or
No, not really. I just think, well,
women
I
these
would-
days, actually.
I would assume she's just probably not yet ready. Probably still focusing on her career. Because there's people that are family oriented. They're like, oh my God, if I get a man, first 2 years and all that, then we shall start a family. But then there's people that say, no, I'm going to first get my career onto, like, they have a set goal. So it doesn't matter whether they want a child or not, or marriage or not, but not until they get to that point, you're not getting a child from them. Tingi Dana na Tanzandrema should have just switched positions.
Okay, talking about kids, several celebrities have given birth this year, actually. Today, just today, we had the news of how Drake
Jekali, congratulations.
yeah, gave birth to a healthy baby girl. Now, that takes us back to towards the end of 2020, how we broke the news of how Vinka was pregnant, and people were saying, nah, it
we are
just,
crazy,
this
we
is-
are out of
crazy,
our minds.
celebrity, but we have our sources. Now, I think, was it in Feb or January when she finally gave birth? Feb?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Do
During
you,
first
huh?
Feb.
Feb or Jan, one of those 2 months.
Jan.
She had disappeared from
Yeah, for-
the media,
Yeah.
even from social media, for all that while. Would you advise every celebrity to take that sort of
Well, that same thing that...
to keep away from the public when you're pregnant?
Well, if it's good for your...
does it help in any way?
Yeah, for your mental state, yes. For some people, anyway. Vinka, I wouldn't know why, but I think, yeah, just because these people say so much. People now, okay, let's say we all know the father of our child now. But now imagine we just saw a pregnant Vinka and then she hadn't, fronted her man. Imagine the speculations that would have been running around. Now, all that nonsense. Sometimes people forget celebrities actually.
But now we know.
As in, yes, now we know, and now at least we know the father of the child, as in she fronted him, the secret intro to...
But
Celebrities
we've always,
try so
okay,
much.
Solomon, what do you think about the whole, how she kept it a secret? Is that how celebrities should be living? Because you have fans who, it's not from an entitlement point of view, but I feel if I'm a, if yeah, exactly. If I'm a fan of an artist or any celebrity, I should be knowing about their lifestyles. You understand?
And the fact that you're famous
Yeah.
means your life is going to be out there. So you might as well just keep us updated. And
But she did keep it so secret and
It
so.
depends. Yeah, I think.
Though not from us.
I think it depends on the personality.
Yeah?
It depends on the personality.
Yeah.
Some will say Vinka tried to pull the Juliana move,
Yeah.
but
Because that's what Juliana did as well the other day.
yeah. But now we don't expect like a person like Rema that when she gets pregnant, she will do what? She will also hide her pregnancy from the public. From what?
Rema. Which
cannot.
Rema?
Rema can't.
How?
With that excitement.
I don't. I also don't think
Within
she
like
can.
the past 2 weeks,
Okay,
she'll
even
start
if she
watching.
tried, she wouldn't. She would find a picture there somewhere.
Hide it.
I
She
know.
still has that village thing of Kambalumi and
Yeah, but
Childish.
as well, I think it was towards the end of the other year where Crystal Panda lost a kid.
oh yeah.
And of course, it wasn't, since we've been away from here, we would want to also involve it. Of course, our condolences. But we are happy for those who have given us new life. And we're also waiting for these people to give you,
I don't know what side you're pointing.
to give you new lives. But we're moving on. I want to move on to another sad sort of story. Evelyn Lago, Solomon still, I would want you to give us that side of it.
I think since from 2019, I think Evelyn Lago has always been down. First, it started with the heart complications, blah blah. So those ones, I think the Nakasero hospital successfully
They treated that.
treated it. They will treat it. And
Without a car wash. Or was there a car wash for that?
without a car wash, without anything for the condition. Then the kidney complication has really tortured her life. Very, very bad. To the extent whereby we saw she needs what? To the extent whereby we saw that she wants to fly to India for a kidney transplant. But the process is becoming tough. The money is quite too much for her to afford alone.
But they did a car wash. Wasn't the money raised? And we heard about who? The lady from State House who gave her money. Yeah. Tezina with us still.
General race has basically been, I think right now, Evelyn Lagu, Evelyn Nakabila, her real names, must be so thankful to General race. So because for the life he has lasted so far now, I think from last year, the first day she went to bed, she was admitted. General race has been there for her. Because when they tell you the bills that she takes, currently a week he has to spend 3 million.
Wow.
Because he has to go to Nakasero
On medication.
dialysis.
Yeah.
It's quite the one.
Dialysis, yeah.
Dialysis twice a week. And each wound needs 1.5.
That's on a daily.
Twice a week.
Twice a week.
So,
Still, that's too much money.
yeah. Because if she also delays on that stuff, it weakens her. So now she needs a quick what? Kidney transplant. So the other around February, they did a car wash for her at Papa's Sport,
Did you attend Solomon? To Wasobola. But of course, we want to thank whoever managed to donate money. And it's still ongoing, by the way. They said, when does she fly out? To Kenya this time, actually, not India.
So
Because
the
why?
concert is the concert still on?
When is the concert?
The concert is
It's tomorrow, Friday. Where?
Theatre Labomita.
Uh,
Yeah, VIP tickets and then ordinary.
and
VIP is 100,000, ordinary 50.
how did the? Okay, I know, and I'm not saying this with heartlessly. I'm trying to understand how is it that some concerts are being let happen. I know it's charity, but it's still a concert. I don't know if you understand. Artists are going to sing and people will be in the crowd.
Yeah,
How are some being let to happen and others not?
that we'll draw it back to the political rallies. That's where from the COVID, 200 people to attend functions, to attend what. So that's how Evelyn Nakabira was also permitted to her concert
To organize the concert.
To have only 200 people, but follow the standard SOPs. So artists can write to the Ministry of Health.
So if they formally ask for the permission, they can be okay.
They can allow you,
If they observe the SOPs.
and then with the maximum of 200 people.
Okay. Shami Kawoya, Joseph Owino, Verona Andrew, Naiga Nalumo, and so many other people are watching and giving us their reaction. We appreciate that. The show is back after over a year. I will keep saying that because so many people have been like inboxing us asking, when does the show come back? What happened? Is it never coming back? Well, we are here. And of course, there will be more developments as we go on. And I'm sure the production today is much better than we had last time. So these are the things we try to improve. YouTube is Mbu, Twitter is Mbu, Instagram is Mbu, Facebook is Mbu. You can always subscribe, like, tweet, and comment and everything. So, Solomon, I want to move on to the next thing. The next story. Of course, we are talking about the top stories that have shaped the industry so far, 2021. We are 3 months in, and I want to talk about Shiba Karungi. Shiba Karungi, Queen Swag Mama, Queen Shiba, Queen Kama, and everything. She has been, I think, for 5 years now. She has always come up with something new. If it's not in her music, it's the branding. If it's not the branding, it's the business. If it's not the business, it's her personality or fashion or whatever. I think for the past 5 or so years, we can easily state it that she has been one of the best female artists. One of the best, if not the best, actually. And here we're not talking about vocals. I know people have crucified her so much for her vocals and etc. and the styling, shitty lyrics, she says. Well, I said it. But as Shiba Karungi, I would easily put her in the top, I think even in top 2.
It's mainly, I think, it's mainly the 2 female artists that like in
The last 5 years.
yes. Shiba Karungi, Spice Girls. And like, honestly, that's it for me. Others even trying. What are they even? Who?
Anyway, I want to Shiba Karungi just recently yareteria kabenje that the boat, but of course there have been stories that the boat is not really these are rumors obviously, and we have to report them as rumors, that the boat is not Shiba's, it's for someone.
Same way the house wasn't hers.
Same way the house wasn't hers, and
What's his name?
Jeff Chiwa's. But this time it's not Jeff Chiwa in the mix. They say there's a businessman who has always hired boats to these artists.
So now who's the owner?
They even say Peter Miles, initially, that boat wasn't his. This is how the business works, according to the rumors. I come to you, I'm a businessman, I have boats that I want people to hire.
Yeah, endorse them as an artist.
We sign a contract, they become yours, but only on paper.
Accidentally, Kabenja.
Yes, they become yours. You can tell people, this is my boat, you can hire it. So the brand, because of your brand name, people will want to, let me say, hire the Shiba boat.
Yes.
But obviously, after they signed, I think even the money made per each trip on that boat, there's a percentage that goes to her and, of course, to the businessman. These are rumors, obviously. I want to state that quite clearly. But obviously, I want to still state it that Shiba, even if, let's say it's not her boat.
Okay, and then, wait, before we...
Let's say it's not her boat. I think she has done well. And she deserves to be at that level.
Okay, but Holy Pads is hers, yes?
According to what we know.
Hey, now again you're going to say they say that she's supposed to front pads, but then...
You know, we are in the entertainment business. Yeah. Anything can happen.
And then the Red Terrace establishment?
It could be hers, according to what we know. But all these businesses, of course, according to the media, according to formality, for formal papers and everything, they are Shibas. And I don't know any other artist, female, who owns such a streak of businesses. And I'm talking about the active artists, obviously. Don't bring for me Irene Namatovu. I'm talking about the artists who are still active, you know, like actively singing. So that's a big thing. Now I'll go to Solomon. What did you make of the Shiba establishment first, the Red Terrace, Holic Pads, and the boat? Is she changing the game? What's your take on that?
Well, my take on that is, with time, the reality will come out. Because because once you want to prove that somebody owns something, or like something doesn't belong to someone, they don't last with it quite so many years.
Well, Peter Miles, if they say finally bought the boat, so
yeah. And then
Chameleon even has a TV that is not yet. Chameleon
even before that Bugwens bought they said before he fell out with.
Actually, they also say it was Kenya's boat.
Yeah. So now
so anything can happen in this industry. And the boat is very expensive. A yacht. Is it a yacht? Is it?
Let's just say boat.
Let's say boat.
Yeah,
it's quite expensive.
Quite. It is expensive.
Yeah. But can't Shiba really afford that? After a whole year of not working, somehow she can.
But she still has side things that are going on for her.
If Jeff Stewart once said that for Shiba to contract that house of his, of hers, in Munyonyo, Shiba used to perform 8 to 9 shows per day. And then she reached to the extent of her legs swelling. Then imagine a year where she has not been working.
Until like
Where-
she
where is
says
she
she has
getting the
had
money?
other businesses bringing in money from.
If just constructing that home in Munyonyo.
Solomon Yobala nyo. Solomon Yobala.
System economics. It's all that we need to for her to think, yeah.
Only Kiswahili said is equal to P. To be very clear, let's say about his Shiba Zwaba,
Yeah.
and congratulations for her. I want to take it from the female perspective. Are you inspired
By Shiba and
by
all
Shiba
her
owning a
businesses,
boat
or,
and all those other businesses? Does she inspire you in any way?
as a girl child, yeah, but I really want to side with Spice Dana, because you can see she has the heart of the people. Yes, Shiba has holy pads that, what's their thing again, their mission? The girl child that can't afford pads and all that. But with Spice Dana, you can see she's really out there. It's not just
Well, what are
one
Spice
thing.
Diana's businesses?
It's mainly endorsements, very many, and they actually keep
They keep
coming,
accumulating,
and
yeah.
they keep accumulating, yes, but then she retains the one she has.
Yeah.
She's not like other artists. You see, what's her name? You see, probably Lydia Jasmine got an endorsement with the Spark phone, and then it will just be for that month.
Maybe that's what they're
because
saying.
when you also put in effort, she'll post about the phone like twice or thrice in a month, which wasn't in the contract.
So you're
They're
talking
not going
about
to come back to you.
You're talking about brand placement. Like if for example, today I was on social media, people took a photo of Shiba endorsing that yogurt, the milk company,
Yeah.
and then Diamond endorsing the beverage company.
Yeah.
You look at Diamond in the photo, he's looking at his phone, and then there is that brand somewhere.
But
So,
then
but
this
Shiba,
ends with the-
Shiba is
with
working
the-
out with the
then she's
rope,
with
and then there is yogurt there. Like they're trying to compare the two. That obviously the brand placement is much better if you look at Diamond and then Shiba.
Yes.
But obviously these are things we learn as we go on. I want
Yeah,
to
true,
believe.
true.
So I wouldn't want to say that they have not done well. Retaining a brand from way back, from the times of Chameleon, Bobby Wine, it has been a problem. But back then, it was more about the artist's character, the brand
Yes, most
itself.
times.
Right now, it's more about what you're not doing, what you signed in the
And
contract.
also your
That's what you're
character
talking about.
too. We don't see Nwaji signing thingies.
What's
She's
your
not winning
problem with
endorsements. No, there is no problem. I'm just giving honest example. No, tell me, has she signed anything? Who is she endorsing? For a
She
person?
endorses gyms. I see her working out.
That's for her own
So-
good. She doesn't endorse anything. She's trying to
She
she's trying to cut her tummy size. So, but
Never
anyway,
even
I'm
that.
still saying, you're even getting me to yell. Now, when you look at Spice Dana, you see she actually shares her wins. Yes, she wins, but then she's going to help. What was her name? Lucia.
Yeah, Lucia.
Lucia. Hey, okay. But
Lucia.
Lucia, it was Lucia.
Yeah.
But yes, she will help Lucia. She will put a smile on someone's specific face. Like,
So you're talking about Shiba not giving back?
because of course she'll say, I give back through holy pads, but nah, that's not
that's
enough.
still
Consider
business, you're
if
on it.
you're at that level, you can't be giving at this. Spice Dana is here, but she's giving at this.
Okay, and today, of course, obviously, if we are looking in line of endorsements, Lydia Jasmine signed a new deal with a hair brand company, hairdressing company. They didn't reveal, of course, they never reveal the money they signed for and how long it will happen. But you love to see this. You love to see artists jumping on board with different brands. Actually, from the start of last year from towards the end of last year to the start of this year, we've seen so many artists jumping on board with endorsements. We are talking about Fikfa Maker, Lydia Jasmine now, Spice Diana, Nina Rose, Pia Pound. Like so many are jumping on board, and it's a good.
How come the big guys, the ones we look up, are they too big for? Are they too
Chameleon?
big for?
No, those guys have had their share, and I think the brands are looking more. If I have
The
a
young-
brand, yes, I would want to associate more with the crowd, the biggest crowd. You understand? Because when Chameleon was 20, 24, he used to receive these deals,
Yeah,
just the
then
same
we
way
start
as
with
FIFA
Lion and
Maker.
then,
Yes,
for MTN.
exactly. Just the same, because the retirees were there at that time, or if you want to say those old, but they used to look at these flamboyant young artists. So I think it's just a brand mentality where they want to associate with the younger generation because of the following they have. And of course, you want to sell yogurt or milk to say, there's no way you're going to hire who? Maddox. Okay, because
Why didn't I hire man?
because his brand appeals to a much.
And regardless, even if it were his brand, I think I have an idea of where he'd be placed. Just not
Where?
yogurt. Somewhere else, just not yogurt.
Okay. Anyway, but that's my you.
I think that talk about branding. Branding, I think at times also, it depends on the artist's conduct, and then because one time I heard of Bebe Cool, that water company that is with Rema. One time they approached Bebe Cool, and then maybe they didn't agree. So when they failed to agree, the deal was switched to Rema, and then Rema.
I think it also goes because these young artists are willing to take anything. Okay,
Yeah.
of course, not anything, but their demands are not.
As high as
Yeah, because even in terms of brand presence, if obviously Bebe Cool will influence to a bigger crowd than FIFA Maker would.
Yeah.
I'm talking about in terms of fans following.
Because you can take that, like that milk company, it has over like 4 artists, over 5 artists. Now if you are to hire like Bebe Cool, Camille and Bugwai,
They're not going to allow
one person will pull the crowd that
all
all
those,
these guys
yeah.
are ganging up to pull.
So it takes. I think it also goes back to the money, like you say. I want to move on to the stories. Talk about chap. I want to talk about Waiki Benda ditching Uganda Musicians Association presidency, and Cindy taking over. First of all, Cindy, can she do the job? Solomon.
Cindy, she loves making quick decisions. She doesn't want to be.
She calls people dummies, the same people she's going to lead.
Yeah, people will. One thing I like with straightforward leaders is they make decision there and then. If it is
But
right, it will
sometimes
be
all
right.
these quickly made decisions are wrong decisions.
Okay, they are wrong decisions,
Let's
but
sit down now.
but once a decision is once they make right decisions, they move they steer the association forward. So I think it won't be a bad move if they elect Shiba.
Bad replacement.
Cindy has what?
If they elect Shiba.
Cindy.
That was intentional.
That was intentional, guys.
If they elect Cindy as their president, because the elections are coming soon.
Yeah.
I think they are due next month.
What happened to GNL standing?
I think have they like vetted and all that?
You know, Uma has a lot of tic-tac. They are playing a lot of
Politics.
tic-tac politics here.
Mm.
So it's one time artists were complaining that Uma had put there a certain fee of like, if you want to contest for the presidency, you have to pay 500.
But can't GNL pay that?
If you want to contest for this and this, now their problem is it's not paying the money. Their problem is when we pay our money, who is handling the money? They said the money is going to a particular account, of which that person is going to eat their money. That's their problem, and that's where the fight is all raising from.
Is
Okay.
that the same nonsense with
Orente.
you who what? PRS?
UPRS. It was even Orente.
Yeah.
In your own perspective, is Cindy the right person to take the job, or would you vote for another person? And who would be the best? I'm talking about in terms of personality. Okay, if you are a musician and you're going to vote for someone, what qualities should they have?
Clearly, let me even start with this. I'd vote someone that's not going to, that I don't want, because yes, artists have had beef with time and again and everything, but I'm not going to vote someone that has underlooked upcoming artists, because that means you're taking the same type of vibe to your office. I'm not going to, okay, depends on anyway who's standing. If we have Cindy standing with GNL, because those are the only two people that have really come out to say we are going to stand, I'll go with That's a tough one. Because then again, indie does not like to interact with other artists.
To cut it short, the qualities, they're like the standards they set for the presidency. They asked for a musician who has been there for 10 years and still
Actively singing for 10 years.
So
Fik Fameka can't sing. But Waiki was a president.
Waiki wasn't okay. For Waiki's case he was standing. He was like a caretaker. Okay, or not a caretaker.
But then again, the vice president should be
by
someone eligible to be a president.
Yeah,
If you
one thing they wanted to balance this stuff by the time Waiki Benda was appointed. What
to say
the
that
vice.
one should be experienced and a new.
So the challenges that Waiki Benda found were that the association, you to call meetings, you had to put in your own money, to inject in your own money.
I think
and then there was no money.
the one thing that is constant is inadequate funding in this thing.
Yes,
I think
it's
money.
Transparency.
Yeah.
They don't have a set system generally.
One thing, even though they elect the Umar staff, blah blah, Ugandan artists, we know them. They can't unite. They can't be in one.
So
set.
what you're saying is, we need an artist who can command.
Yeah.
An artist who has been there, who knows what happens in an artist's life. An artist who has money, because now that comes in as well. So basically, you're talking about chameleon.
So because I know.
Okay, Bobby.
because each and every artist here, they have their bad blood boiling with,
obviously,
with one
they
or
have,
two.
yeah.
With one or two. So now and
we don't need an artist. We need someone else.
why Sophie Gombia? Why Sophie Gombia? Why
we
Sophie
need the
Gombia was?
association.
Why Sophie Gombia was the best the candidate for that position before this saga of Waiki Benda came in when they went to set up blah blah blah.
She didn't clash with anyone.
Because for her she was Nito. There's no.
So she could command anyone.
There is not that sport. There is not that sport you are going to support against Sophie Gombia. Only if you put aside the Waiki Benda stuff. But her past history, she has been a calm, good woman. The way she commanded that association before starting out for her political stuff, no one was complaining about Uma and her leadership.
Okay, I'm better than Mike. Come on. I don't. Okay, Pice Jovan asks, please tell us on how we new faces, stroke artists, can build our brand. The point of being endorsed by companies. How to build their faces to build their brand. You have to, please.
You really have to first make it. Really have to be out there. Because yes, you're building a brand and whatnot, but then let's take an example. Easy is already in our face, but does he have endorsements yet? No. So you really have to. It's about, of course, conduct. We have talked about conduct.
A brand isn't just going to come because you sing well and then they take you. Otherwise, Mwesigwa would have like 1,000.
Otherwise, you and I would even have endorsements, because I mean, we're well-mannered. I'm well-mannered. I'm not going to speak for you. I'm well-mannered. So, i.e., I'd also have endorsements. But then you really first have to break that ceiling.
You're what?
What? You have to first break that ceiling to really make it out there.
Yeah. I think the first. Okay,
Yes.
The first thing
That's
is, of
fine.
course, exposure. You have to be exposed.
Yeah.
You have to command the following, because as a brand, that's what they need from you.
They're
They
not
want
going
to tap
check
into your
Instagram
crowd.
and you have 6K followers.
Exactly. So you have. Let it be on social media or on ground, like the people listen to your music. That's the first thing. That's a given. You have to have that. Then the other thing should be, of course, your morals, your character, how you interact with your fans, and your character in general as a person. Then the other thing I've looked at, I'm talking about Lydia Jasmine, Fik Fameka, and probably Rema as well. Not much for Shiba. You have to dress well. You have to look good.
Your sense of fashion has to be.
Of course, in this case, I want to bring in Khalifa Ganaga. He has been there for so many years. He has such a following. He has everything. But I think the bit that comes in and wastes him away for these companies not to look at him. I'm not talking about him in particular, but so many other artists. Yeah. So the dress code and how they interact with media. He has so many spots.
And your fans too.
Yeah, and your fans.
So look at Gravity.
There's a lot that we can talk about, but of course we don't have that much time. Probably we'll set another day to look into that with another person on set. I want to look at the last the last one we have for today, and it's quite a sad one, of course, for East Africa as general, the death of Magufuli. How does it come on the musical show? He was so supportive of the music industry. I'm talking about Diamond, Harmonize,
Most of them were actually his
even
friends.
Chameleon and other East African artists. And then how he dies, and artists feel so touched. Of course, Tanzanians have to feel touched, but even our local artists, we
Not
saw.
of course Tanzanians, that should feel just God. I don't
I'm,
know
I'm,
if
I,
want
I
to
see
say
where
that.
you're going. I see where you're going. Please don't go there. We are not going there.
Okay, cool, Kali. I was
We are
going to
not-
say God forbid, and I was like, is it God forbid or not? So,
we are,
okay, cool.
we are not taking that direction. But yeah, I want to hear it from you, Sandra, first. Magufuli dies. What was his contribution, if you really look at it,
For his
Did-
5 years.
to the entertainment
To
industry?
the okay.
Of course, we are not political.
I thought the nation was going to be like, Jesus, what
Nah,
was I
nah.
reading? I should say he tamed the Tanzanian artists.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yes, there were his friends, the likes of Diamond Platnumz, Harmonize, all those guys from Masafi and other artists that we probably know of and don't. He tamed them in a way that these are people that used to, like, going shirtless and grinding on people's dresses in videos.
Yeah.
Which I should say quite seems okay these days.
Yeah.
But then you'd be like, no, ban that shit. Like, don't show it
Yeah.
on, don't broadcast it to, there's kids. So, with time, you'd actually notice now the best that they're doing is like dance. They would have shirts on no matter how,
So basically, for you, it's how he shaped the content.
Yes, of the content that was meant to be aired out to the people. Obviously, it's a cool song and everything, but did you really have to show us your genital? Okay, I don't know whether there's anyone that showed genitalia or something, but most times you'd watch a video and you'd try to look for a reason as to why it was banned, because it looks normal in your country. But then when you try to look at it and you think about it, you're like, he was actually right. What else is, he really tried to have that connection in a way that it was not even political. Of yes, I'm a president, but then I just want to know my artists. I want to know the people that represent, these are people that wave the Tanzanian flag out there. Back home here, it's mainly political. If, let me say, any leader is to connect with an artist, it's going to be political most of the times. So he created that friendship, and I don't want to say we've all seen, but there's a song called Ala Salama. It has the Diamonds on it, and Bele 9. When I saw his name, I was happy.
Who is that?
It's some artist. I just know his old songs. I don't know his current music.
Is it gospel?
No. He's a very good. It's not gospel. He's a very good artist. So, but yeah, very many artists came together to. That goes on to show that there was unity regardless. But
in case it happened here, we have to
we
go
wouldn't
there.
have a song because as
I
much.
think we would. We have presidential advisors.
Yes, that would be one team who would have the likes of Ronald Mainja, Bebeku, full figure for some apparent reason on a song. Catherine Kusasira.
Orente.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Cool.
How did Magufuli impact the entertainment industry? Not just Tanzania, I think it was for East Africa as a whole.
Yeah, when you look at Magufuli, the legacy left behind within the 5 years,
Just for
6 years he has been there. One, for the music industry, since everything now is digital, the rates that their data is being sold and the way their internet is fast, that one was a very first big step, because here you see here, we struggle with data. We struggle with data.
Internet.
Internet. Being the fact that he set
lowered
the internet, blah, 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 it was a positive. That's why you go, you watch Diamond's video, Harmonize video,
And
they
it has so
are
many
hitting many million
millions
views.
of
For
views.
us here, a
We
person,
celebrate 1 million.
after a year,
Yeah, 2. And then the person is what's the term you people usually use? Elated
But
by
there is
1
elated.
million.
There is
1
elated.
million views and you 1 million. It's even sad.
Well,
No, so it should
obviously,
be sad.
we write these things so that people know, but we also feel bad writing about 1 million views, honestly. But again, like he says, I think it goes back to what the government has put in place. The data rates have to come down. Now, for us, we even have OTT. We have
now
to use
we
VPN.
have to use VPN.
It is very,
really
very,
We're not
very
saying
embarrassing.
we use VPN, we're just saying we have to use
We have
We-
to. We don't say we use, but we have to.
It's
Sometimes.
really embarrassing.
Yeah. So,
Secondly, when you come to the way how you supported their industry again, the fact that when it decided to invest money in their art industry, he didn't give it to an individual that I'm giving you Orente, Uganda, or he did it collectively, which is unlike here. Here
we can't give you anything. You to do what?
Not me per se, but yeah, they'll give to Bebe Cool and then the money will never be seen.
I know.
Yeah. So he tried also to unite the Diamond, Harmonize, and then Ali Kiba.
Very true.
Although they didn't come into good terms as well, but he tried, yeah, because if you see that Diamond, okay, that song they made, Diamond from his camp made a song, and then Harmonize from his camp they made a song. So you see all of them were attached. If like such an impact is made here.
Go again. Anyway, Solomon, thank you very much, and Orente, and whoever has been watching, Shaibela Shida, Shami Kaoya, Pais Jovan, Joseph Owino, Baron, and so many other people. I can't mention all the names, and you're still on actually, and it's only growing better. Like we said, this show has been happening for over 2 years. It only took a break for a year, but we are back now, and bigger and better. So how do you be part of the show? You can always send us a DM, send us an inbox, tell us what you want to be talked about on the show, and we always talk about it. But of course, by default, we talk about local entertainment stories that would have happened in the week, because it is a weekly show that happens every Thursday at 4 p.m. Forgive us for being a bit late today, but we'll do better next time. But thank you for watching. If you've been watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We have so much more content coming up for you as regards your local celebrities, and of course the talks we have here, and so much more. So if you can follow us on Instagram as well, Twitter, Facebook, and soon we'll have a TikTok account. I wonder how that will... Are you ready to...
Challenges.
The
dancing and the
everything.
Ooh, the silhouette challenge, I'm ready, sure.
You.
The what?
Anyway, from Solomon, I would love to have your last remarks, and then...
thank you for staying glued on Umbu, on the website, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, for all your latest updates from the entertainment world, Uganda and the whole East Africa. We serve you with the latest, so keep it always Umbu for your latest updates.
And thank you for your stories. Always controversial, Solomon.
I'm sure she doesn't move around with a helmet. So just hit you on the head with a bat. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us. It's been I was going to say, sorry. But thank you so much for joining us, and thank you so much for growing with us. The numbers are, the numbers are going up, and we're very glad. But for those watching on YouTube, yes, mainly YouTube, because yeah, just don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then click the notification thingy, the bell thingy. You see the
bell,
the bell that's there. Yeah, just click it so that you know when we're live, you get notified. But yeah, it's been Orente, and I think he'll say bye for himself. So, but yes, thank you so much for keeping in Boo, and yeah.
And by the way, she handles our social media. He's a writer just like me. And from myself, I would like to say that thank you very much for whoever's been watching. If you need anything, if you need to give us stories, the leads on entertainment, if you need to be helped, if you have a company, we do...
The guy that asked about the brand growth, we should
yeah, Pais Jovan.
Yeah, we should do something for him.
I think, yeah, Pais, I think you can inbox us. We'll be talking about that on a broader scale. But I would like to say thank you again for watching the show. I would like to tell you it's going to be weekly, every Thursday, 4 p.m. right here, live, and we are broadcasting from Kamwasha. Next time we could be anywhere else.
Drop the pin so that they know when to
They can come.
Josh.
They can come.
What are you showing us? What's there?
Anyway, guys, thank you very much. I think we sign out from here. Back end, it has been Fred Darius on the cameras and his team. So we appreciate the work and we appreciate the follows. We are approaching 500,000 followers on Facebook. Not likes.
Followers. The likes are 200, about to notch 200 something.
No, we are approaching 3.
It's 211.
And we are going up.
Kale
We want
sawa.
to go down.
We're about to hit 300, and Twitter has really grown 36.3K.
Yeah.
Then Instagram was 140 some. Eish, these numbers make me so happy.
Anyway, thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's something we built from zero, so we appreciate the love. But from us and today, let's meet again on Thursday, 4 p.m. here, right here on Boo.